We live in a world run by ones and zeros. Every click, every swipe, it's all data. Companies are sitting on mountains of it. Credit card numbers, social security numbers, all up for grabs. For corporations, this data is gold, but it attracts shady characters. Hackers, cybercriminals, all looking to profit. The stakes are high, millions, even billions lost. Cybersecurity is the sheriff. It's a constant game of cat and mouse. How do companies fight back against digital outlaws? Think of it like building a fortress around your data. Firewalls are like castle walls, keeping the riffraff out. Encryption scrambles your data, turning it into gibberish. Intrusion detection systems are like security cameras, monitoring for shady activity. Antivirus software sniffs out and squashes malware. But the weakest link is often us, the humans. Here's the thing, technology can be pretty darn secure. It's us humans who mess things up. We're talking about clicking on phishing links, falling for social engineering scams, leaving our passwords on sticky notes under our keyboards. You know who you are. It's like leaving the keys to the vault hanging on a string next to a sign that says, "Please don't steal the money." You can have the most sophisticated security system in the world, but if some intern accidentally replies to a phishing email with their login credentials, you're toast. And then there are the insider threats. Disgruntled employees, corporate spies, that guy from accounting who's secretly a supervillain in his spare time. These folks have legitimate access to sensitive information, making them much harder to detect. So, what's the solution? Well, it starts with recognizing that humans are both the biggest security risk and the first line of defense. Section 4. Oops, I leaked the data. Tales from the tech trenches. Let's talk about some epic fails, shall we? Remember that time a major airline accidentally leaked the personal data of millions of frequent flyer members? Turns out it was a single misconfigured server. One tiny mistake, massive consequences. Or that time a social media giant left millions of user passwords stored in plain text accessible to employees? Talk about bringing new meaning to the term password sharing. And who could forget about the time a tech company lost a hard drive containing the personal information of thousands of employees? It was later found at a flea market. Seriously, these are just a few examples of how human error can lead to major security breaches. They're funny in a, oh my god, that's terrible kind of way, but they highlight a serious point. Companies need to step up their game when it comes to training their employees. Section 5. Spear phishing. One of the oldest tricks in the book, and it still works. Let's talk about phishing, specifically spear phishing. This isn't your average Nigerian prince wants to share his fortune email. This is targeted, personalized manipulation designed to trick you into giving up valuable information. Imagine getting an email that looks like it's from your boss, asking you to urgently transfer funds or share confidential data. You trust your boss, right? But what you don't know is that a hacker has spoofed their email address and crafted a convincing message to trick you. Spear phishing works because it plays on our emotions, trust, urgency, fear, and it's scary effective. One wrong click and boom, you've just handed the keys to the kingdom to a cybercriminal. Section 6. Training your employees and turning liabilities into assets. So, how do we fix this hot mess of human error? It's time for companies to invest in their most valuable asset, their employees. We're talking about comprehensive security awareness training and not just those boring annual compliance modules everyone skips through. Make it engaging, make it fun, make it relevant. Teach employees about phishing scams, social engineering tactics, and the importance of strong passwords. And no, password 123 doesn't count. Regular simulated phishing campaigns are a great way to test employee awareness and identify weak links. It's like a fire drill for your data, but instead of running for the exits, you're hitting the report phishing button. Remember, a well-informed employee is your best defense against cyber threats. Section 7. Defense in depth. Because one lock isn't enough. Here's the bottom line. There's no single silver bullet for cybersecurity. It's not enough to just have fancy tech or well-trained employees. You need both. Think of it like a multi-layered cake, but instead of frosting and sprinkles, it's firewalls, encryption, and employee training. Companies need to adopt a defense-in-depth approach, combining technical safeguards with comprehensive employee training and awareness programs. It's about creating a culture of security, where everyone from the CEO to the intern understands their role in protecting sensitive information. In the digital age, cybersecurity is no longer just an IT issue, it's everyone's responsibility. By investing in both technology and people, companies can build a fortress around their data that's truly fit for the digital age.